Hi, it's Pastor Paul Anderson from the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday. It's that last day of the week that we thank God on this day of rest that He has blessed us all to see. Please look with me today out of Psalm 62, verses 5 through 12. I want to use the latter portion, and I want to talk about power belongs to God. Power belongs to God. The psalmist writes to us, and in this writing, he puts an interlude between verses 8 and 9, and that means pause for a break. And so what happens here, he lets us see that there are four things. And the first thing that he tells us, and I think is so important, he says, don't make your living by extorting others. Don't make your living by extorting others. We live in a world today that so many people live off and prey off extorting others. That is making sure that their profit is based upon getting over on somebody. You might think you have some power. You might think you got it, but getting over on people, that doesn't last long, because God will remind us that whatsoever person soweth, that shall they also reap. And then the second part, he says that if your wealth increases, don't make it your centerfold. Don't make it your purpose. Too often times when wealth increases for us, and we're doing it by the right means, it sometimes become our center, our focus. And we must remind ourselves in the day and age in which we live, we're coming out of COVID-19, we hope, but in the midst of it all, there's a whole new era. There's a whole new excitement because of what is happening right now. We have new persons serving in elected offices. We're looking for the economy to do something better. We have great anticipation. We now have a vaccine out for this virus, so we're anticipating new things. But he tells us that those of us who earn money, don't make it your focus. And then thirdly, he says, and he reminds us that all the power belongs to God. It is God that gives us the power to get wealth. It is God who gives us the power to manage resources. But we must make sure that when we see that we have a little bit of power, we need to remind ourselves the ultimate power belongs to God. Now there's this thing that's going on in all chambers, in state as well as national, who has the most power, and those political parties that are seated one against the owl of the other. But we must remind them and remind ourselves that all power belongs to God. And then lastly, it tells us that the Lord will repay. The Lord will pay us for all that we have done. We must remind ourselves that whatsoever we sow, if that shall we also reap. When we know the power belongs to God, when we know that God has it all, and God will reward us based upon how we have treated ourselves and others. So today I want to encourage you, treat people right, do the right thing. Please make sure that you share all the bounty that the Lord has blessed you with others, because there are so many that are less fortunate. We pray that God will bless you and that you and I will always realize that the ultimate power belongs to God and not to us. I'll see you on Sunday morning.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.